Okay, welcome to my Let's Play of WWE Smackdown Shut Your Mouth. Here we are at Part 4, Week 3 of April. Last time, as you recall, I got my ass kicked by William Regal, but Maven came out and saved me. So let's see how this develops. Tonight, I'm teaming up with Maven to take on William Regal and my opponent from last week, Chris Benoit. And I'm pretty sure Benoit is only in there for the fact that I beat him last week. Just a coincidence, you know. If you've recalled some of my comments from my previous video, I'm kind of passionate and harsh about some things here, like gamers feeling entitled, and there's something else I forgot to touch on that, and that was difficulty. People think that games aren't difficult these days, and it's like, it's not that games were hard back in the 80s and 90s. Games were archaic back then. They were not designed well. People weren't sure what a fair challenge was yet, and it's true in a lot of cases. Have you played the original Castlevania games? That jumping mechanic is stupid. I mean, you can only jump forward and in one direction. And games like Super Mario Brothers, that had great control to it. So it's not a matter of the game being hard, it's a matter of the game being archaic, and sometimes that can hurt a game a lot. Games that I used to love as a kid, I'm starting to see the flaws now, and I've already stepped on some toes with Sonic Adventure 2 in my Sonic Let's Plays, but that's a good example of it. Especially with those damn fucking treasure hunting levels. Ugh. I'm getting way off topic there, though. It's not that, like I said, it's not that games were hard back then, it's not that games were designed well to be hard back then, they were just hard for the wrong reasons. Fake difficulty, you could call it. And I mean, when people say to play hard games these days, they'll point to Dark Souls, and I got nothing against Dark Souls. It is a very, very well-made game. I'd say its biggest problem for me personally is its setting, and that's just because I don't really like dark medieval settings. That's a personal thing. I'm not saying the game's bad, it's just I personally don't like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'd say the biggest problem otherwise for it, though, is that people hype up the difficulty of that game, and not the deep combat mechanics. Because that game, it's got one of the best combat systems I have seen in ever. I've watched my brother play through that game like at least half a dozen times, probably more. And Demon Souls too, because, you know, it's a sequel to Demon Souls. But, you know, when people go to that game and say, "Oh, this is a difficult game, everyone should play it if they want a hard game," go play Shotgun the Forever Man, then come tell me about difficulty. If you tell me that you've beaten it, I won't believe you. If you tell me you've seen the ending, I know you're fucking lying. Because there is no ending in that game. It wasn't programmed in. And it's not like the game's bad. Like, the combat works well. Your movement works well. It is actually a legitimately difficult game on the Sega Genesis. I will admit that the double jumping is a little stiff, and there's a bit of a startup on the attacking. It's got a little bit of stiff control, but otherwise, it's actually a very fairly difficult game. And by that, I mean it is insanely fucking hard, and I have only ever beaten it on practice mode. And even then, I haven't even beaten the game. Because the game ends halfway through on practice mode. But yeah, seriously, if you want a hard game, go play Shotgun. If you tell me you've beaten it, I won't believe you, unless you give me proof. If you tell me you've seen the ending, you're a fucking liar. So, we're into our first tag team match here. Let's get on to the real topic of the video. And tag team matches, they're a lot like singles matches, except it's 2-on-2. Now, you have one person on the outside at all times, and you can tag them in. There's two ways to do that. Just walk up and tag them in, or as William Regal... Ow! Okay, well, that would have broken my neck, but... Anyway, I completely lost my train of thought. I still completely lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about how tag team matches work. You can do double team moves, you can whip them into the corner like that. I still can't get over that pile driver. I should be dead. The pile driver is actually a banned move. Nowadays, anyway. No, get off the top rope. Yeah, that's helping. As you can see, I'm still getting used to the controls a little. I forgot how to get onto the apron. If you stand in the ring too long when you're not the legal man, eventually the ref will walk over to you and tell you to get out of the ring. That's me. You can also attack from there too. I was trying to punch the ref out, but you know, that didn't work. It's just out of my reach. Oh, I remember those. This was when they were dancing around each other. That happens a few times. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason they just started twitching around each other. And it's like, that's very well designed AI. That's what you get, Regal, and I'm gonna beat you up for it now. I'm gonna try to beat you up. There we go. That's what you get for interfering in this match and screwing around. And that's what I get for attacking William Regal. For some reason, though, after you attack someone, they won't, if they're not the legal man, they won't go stand on the corner like they're supposed to. They'll, run into the ring for some reason. And, like, even if I attacked him now, watch him get up and attack Maven. Even though the ref should be up there to get rid of him. Oh, no, he didn't. I was wrong. Speaking of Maven, he's getting his ass kicked here. I mean, the AI on normal, they're not a problem for me, but apparently it's a problem for Maven here. He's even got a finisher. Come on, Maven, hit him. And I don't know why Regal just walked in the ring there, but... Okay, Maven, either fight back or tag me in. Please. I'm not sure if there is a way to make people, or to call for a tag in this game. Oh, wait, yes there is. I saw it on the load screen when I was playing. It took me a while to figure it out, but there is a way to get people to tag you in. And my video just fucking froze again. Don't you love when that happens? And I'm pretty far into it, too. Well... Spoilers, Maven loses the match for me because I don't think he's able to tag me back in. And I completely screw up getting the pin because I don't know how far away I'm in, but after the match, William Regal calls me out and asks me for a street fight. I accept. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling everything a bit early here, but I can't really tell where I am at the video anymore because Pinnacle is an awful, awful video editor, and Okay, Pinnacle is an awful video editor, but it is better than Windows Movie Maker. I mean, that used to be workable, now it's a piece of shit. I'm only not using Vegas because, I don't want to go through the hassle of getting it on my computer again. I've got it on my desktop, and it works fine there, but on my laptop, not so much. We are coming up to the end here pretty quickly, though. Ooh, this one does go over 10 minutes. Oh, how about that? Those tag team matches are longer. Now, I just wish... See, I got two finishers here. I could end this match easily, but no. Maven's just like, I gotta do it. I'm the new kid around here. And anyway, here's William Regal hitting his finisher. The power of the punch, which means he took some brass knuckles and just beat him. Now, it looked like I should have kicked him out of that, but I didn't. Anyway, again, I'm probably a bit far ahead or behind or something here, but we're just about done. William Regal will have called me out by probably around now, and I probably would have accepted around now too. After that, we get to see the match results card. Going blind here, but I'm gonna say it's the end, and I will see you next part.